Bitcoin had a massive drop yesterday, but also a relatively quick recovery. Was this it? Are we going lower, or are we going higher from here? I'm going to show you exactly what I'm looking out for right now, and I'm going to give you a couple of trades that you can take. If you like the content, please do me a favor, like, subscribe, click on the bell, click on all so that you don't miss anything. Leave me a comment, share this video with your friends if you think this is useful. Also feel free to follow me on Twitter and Instagram. And without further ado, let's start diving in. Alright, so this is BTC USDT on the 1 day, as you can see, and well, we left here the value area high, the macro one, the value area low on this smaller range. So I'm just going to take this one out, and maybe if you remember, you're following the channel, you see that we had those thicker yellow lines right here. And I said, well, I find it very unlikely that we're going down here, because we had a few significant highs on the candles and they were all just so close to each other, and it would have made a lot of sense to once pump up, take the liquidity from all of these highs and then to go lower. But that of course didn't happen, and suddenly sellers were stepping in and we just went down. I also said already last week and maybe even the week before, you just need one crazy Chinese guy with a couple $100 million on his bank and he can dump the price. And that is exactly what happened. It happened during the very early morning in Asia, or you could say also late at night in the United States. And the price just started dumping down. If I'm not mistaken, it was more than 14%. A little bit unfortunate, like I said, because I did not enter a short. If you missed the trade, no worries, I don't blame you, because yeah, you could have entered here on the high. That was 31,800, and everyone, as you remember, everyone in the market was looking out for 32,500 to take liquidity, then go lower. I said already a few times, open up your mind that this could be the yearly high. But then we had this very slow range here, and I'm going to zoom out here on the 4 hours a little bit more clear. Right, this very slow range, so just some sideways action, and where was actually a good entry to get into a short with proper risk management. So let's say you did not enter here on this high. Well, then you could have maybe on this high, but once your trade is in profit, you're going to move your stop loss, or at least take some profit. You would have been stopped out here. The same story then also if you would have taken this short right here. A little bit later, if you then move your stop loss or take profit, you're going to get stopped out on this wick, and then here for the fourth time. So I don't blame you if you were not in the short trade with proper risk management. Only if you would not have moved your stop loss, but with just proper risk management, you would have been stopped out of your trade a couple of times. And look how slow this was. 33 days, and we moved from top to bottom 5%. Yeah, there were some trades made, but actually it was very slowly. This is very uncommon for Bitcoin. So even if you hold the short for 33 days, you would have been eaten alive by the fees that you need to pay. But hey, it is what it is. We went lower, and as you can see, we still have 3 thick lines in there. You know what, I'm actually also going to take out these yellow lines now right away, because we are not going to see them anytime soon, because you just want to know, hey, are we going up from here or are we going lower? Well, to be honest, and in my experience, if you have such a significant drop as that we had yesterday, then you quote-unquote destroy a lot on the charts. Meaning that it's very unlikely that you get a tap and then you right away go higher. So I actually think that, and it might take some time, we eventually are going to revisit these lows. Does that mean right away load up the bandwagon with shorts and write it down? No, absolutely not, because also after a big move you usually see some consolidation before we eventually are going lower or higher. As you can see, we are finding support right now on the value area low. That is very nice to see that the levels are respected. And if you want to long, then the first target here would be the point of control at 28,000. Value area low, by the way, right now at 26,280. And the value area high, I do not actually think we're going to see that anytime soon, is 29,800-ish. So what are the trades that I would be looking to take right now? Well, let's say that for now the low is in. What could you then trade? Well, you could say, you know what, I'm taking a short from this high right here. So let's say if we're taking out, let me change the color real quick. we're taking out this high right here, then I will enter a short stop loss, should be right away above that wick. So you're getting then an SFP like this, and right away dumping down. You are taking the trade once we break underneath the level, and then just write it down. Another trade that you could take is say, you know what, if the low is in, then I'm just going to pull a fib retracement like this, and then I am entering on the golden pocket. Not such a nice trade, or at least not for me a preferred trade, because there is not so much market structure underneath. It was just a big candle up and then a big candle down, so it's going to be very hard to get a very nice entry here. Then for me personally, I really need to see the money flow clearing up, a bullish divergence. I also prefer have open interest and a bullish CVD in my favor. Other than that, I will most likely not touch it. And this was of course the short, so also let this right away put in. Another trade that you could take is also a swing filled pattern from these lows right here. So let's say we are going to take out these lows. We're just getting another dump down, but that needs to happen done relatively fast. We're getting a dump down right away back up here, and we're closing the candle above these lows right here. Then you have a confirmed swing filled pattern, and then I would take the trade. But if you are following me now for a while, that then you know that I have turned bearish actually now since a week or two, and I said, well, the yearly high is probably in, and we are going to go lower for the next couple of weeks. So for me, every long right now is just a scalp. After 1% or 2% profit, I am right away moving the stop loss, taking some profit, let the rest ride in case we are going higher. But to be honest guys, for the next couple of weeks, I just expect that we are going lower. Another short that you could take is maybe the one from the point of control if we are reaching it, but it is actually still quite a move to the upside. I would then actually wait for us to breach the point of control and then eventually lose it again. So let's say we are zigzagging here, then going higher, lose it, and then with a bearish retest, that is where I would enter the short trade. This could be a swing short trade. Always use proper risk management and a stop loss, but this could be a nice short trade if we are going much lower. I will upload a video tomorrow or the day after about more my macro view, but these are now kind of the most important trades that I'm looking at. Another one, but this is really a scalp. You need to stay behind your screen if you want to take this trade, and that is from these lows right here. Let me also put that in. And then you also want to see maybe a loss of the level and right away a reclaim. So also here then a swing filled pattern from these lows right here, and that actually could give you a very nice risk to reward. So that level here is 25,900. The top one right here with this short trade would be 27,000. The golden pocket would be taking from 25,000 to 50-ish. But again, be careful because as you can see, no market structure. And then of course you can take this long, and the long, or at least the low of this level is here at 24,230. Point of control, this very nice short trade, that definitely could be a swing trade. That is then a short from 28,000. But like I said, it's maybe not so likely that we're going to reach that anytime soon, because we had a massive dump down. I mean, this candle alone was already 13%, but over the entire day it was much more. But we also recovered already quite a lot right away to the upside. So that is ready right now 9%. And like I said, I didn't catch any of these trades. Matter of fact, I was diving on a tropical island. I came back last night, thought, well, nothing happened, went to sleep, woke up, I suddenly saw a major move. So it's all good, no worries. We just take the next one. Something else that happened during this dump was actually very interesting, and that's then my last key takeaway. That is the open interest. And open interest tells you if it tells you how many positions there are open. Doesn't tell you if they're longs or shorts. That doesn't say it at all. It's just how many positions are there open. And as you can see, and this is on Bitcoin on the daily, From approximately March on, you can see that the open interest was just creeping up higher and higher to eventually a level of 650 million. Well, this is still nothing if we're comparing it to a really bull market territory. Then we're talking really about 2, 3, 4 billion. But now in the accumulation phase, we're seeing that this was pretty high. And yesterday then, with this massive move to the downside, we dropped to a little bit more than 420 million, which in these kinds of market conditions is much more healthy. So this is something that right away caught my eye when I was doing my TA this morning, that open interest is just really jumped off a cliff. A lot of longs are liquidated, a lot of shorts are liquidated. We just cleaned up the chart for a bit and now we can continue from here. All in all, I still expect lower, but this might take a couple of days. And for now, it's just range bounding. Don't get caught up in this choppy price section. You can take a few of these longs or short trades if you want to. Always have risk management in place with your stop loss. Once we're moving into profit, just move your stop loss. Who cares if you eventually get stopped out? You just don't want to lose money, because you can see how fast it can go. Matter of fact, this drop from yesterday, I think it was a matter of a couple of minutes. Let me quickly zoom back in here. Yeah, this is, so I'm now zoomed in here on the 1 minute. I mean, this is absolutely ridiculous. We're talking about 1, 2, 3, 4 minutes where this happened. So yeah, if you didn't catch the trade much earlier on, know where you were able to get into this, and then you can see how ferocious, how fast price can move, and what an ugly beast BTC can be if you don't know what you're doing. So you betcha that a lot of traders got liquidated right here. Please, if you lost money, don't jump into a trade right now. I know that is the first feeling or your first reaction. Just don't do it. Let price range, let it form a nice range, and then just short the highs, long the lows, and that's how you do it. And eventually there will also be a swing trade. Right guys, that'll be it for now. Please keep your head cool. If you have any questions, just leave them underneath in the comments, or reach out to me on Twitter. And once you're down there anyways, also please push the like button, subscribe, click on the bell, click on all so you guys don't miss anything. Leave me a comment again, and feel free to follow me on Twitter and Instagram. Those links are also in the description. And see you guys very soon again in the next one. Bye bye.